Okay guys, they are here! Okay guys, this is Frostbite and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, to a surprise for someone or not, the turtles are in the game guys. So let's see what Plarium was cooking and let's see what the turtles can do. So we got our Michelangelo chase, right? It's a 7-day login champion. By the way, guys, turtles, right? I mean, wow! To get the intellectual property of Paramount and to give us the Ninja Turtles, it's amazing. I have been a fan for these characters my whole life. Even when I was little, I was drawing them. I played the game on my Nintendo. I had the action figures. I kinda don't like the latest movies, the Michael Bay movies, but that is just my opinion. They're fun, but not like the old movies. The old movies are cheesy, but gold. So, Michelangelo 7-day login. On the 14th day we get the 2-star perfect soul, and on the phase 2 we can get an avatar. A great avatar guys. Most probably there will be avatars for all of the turtles. The quests are as usual. Log in the game, spend 130 energy, win 10 arena battles. I think it doesn't even matter what arenas are. Maybe 3v3, classic or live. I think that was the case. And open one shot. So basically you will always get these rewards if you do your daily quests. So let's take a look at the champions and their skills. Let's start with the free one, Michelangelo. By the way, for the fusion, I really don't know who will be the Fragment Fusion, but I know who will not be. It's not going to be Mikey, right? So, let's take a look at the kids. Michelangelo, what was his faction? Wait up! If you ever wanted to start Raid the right way, this is it. Click on my link in the description right now to get Elenaril for free and 3 more insane epics as you level up. Here's exactly what you need to do. Log out of Play on your PC and uninstall it. Click on my link below and sign up with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Open your inbox and boom! Your first champion is waiting! You'll get Elenaril right away and then unlock Vergis, Tagoar and Deacon Armstrong as you level up. Plus, use promo code DESERTQUEEN for a void legendary Tuhanarak. That's 5 champions to carry your account, so smash that link and let's dominate this game together! Maybe Lizardman, right? Nope. Wow, banner words. So, okay. Mikey, here it is. Swinging those ninjakus, right? Absolutely amazing, amazing detail, amazing armor and character. So, legendary attack champion, spirit affinity in the banner words. Kinda low side speed, 99, but it's okay. On his A1, attack one enemy 2 times. If either hit was a critical, places a 50% increased attack buff on these champions for 2 turns, so he self buffs. If he needs critical strike, he's most likely a damage dealer. We'll see about that. We don't know anything about their multiplayers, so guys, just wait for the other content creators. So A2, attack one enemy before attacking, has a 70% books out to 100% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff on the target for 2 turns. So he is the buffer as well, has a 75 books out again to a 100% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Will ignore 25% of the target's resistance, if the attack is critical. So you build him with crit damage, target's defense out of it, ignoring it. Then applies a debuff spread effect, taking all debuffs from the target and placing them on all enemies. Again, will ignore 25% of the target's resistance. So I actually like this. I like really much this ability because he's basically almost an AoE decreased champion, decreased defense champion, and not only decreased defense, even a debuff spread champion, right? Because he can spread all hex, weaken, decrease attack, everything, right? That's probably a perfect champion for Hydra, for dungeons. Wow, I like it. For the free champion, thumbs up for now. On his A3, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a decreased attack, so here we go. Books out to 100% chance decreasing the attack of all enemies and putting unleash debuff. And again ignoring 25% of the resistance. Then places a taunt buff on this champion. Why? Why does he need a taunt? Maybe in his passive, let's see. So, passive ability. Has a 15% chance of evade. What does evade do? Most likely evading, right? Most likely. Evade an enemy skill and all its accompanying effects. If this champion is under a taunt buff, the chance to evade increases to 30%. Okay, so is evading the damage or only the effects of the skill? I'm not exactly sure about that. Write me in the comments how this skill actually works. Whenever Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo or Raphael attacks, this champion joins the attack. But so if you have two Michelangelos, he joins again? Maybe. Active skill places a shield buff equal to 300% of this champion's attack on this champion for one turn when they receive a hit. Wow. The question is this going to proc after the damage or before the damage? This needs to be tested. So this is a damage dealer slash debuffer slash debuff spreader, but not needing that much accuracy, right? For a free champion, guys, this is the perfect time to start the game. Okay, let's continue. I want to see Donatello. Donatello was my favorite character. So Donnie, where he is? My god, he's a lizard man. Yeah, again, amazing visuals. Wow, we got the foot soldier right there. Yeah, standing tall, Donnie. Nice. So Donatello, magic affinity lizardman, support champion wielding the staff. Oh man, I like this event. I love this event. So kinda good speed. Let's see his A1. Attack one enemy, heals all allies by 5% of this champion's max HP. Okay, I doubt that he is meant to do damage, but who knows. And instantly activates one random continuous heal buff on all allies. I like this A1. A2 attacks all enemies, decreases the cooldowns of all ally skills except this champion by 2 turns. So it's on a 4 turn cooldown after booking. This skill's cooldown cannot be decreased by other cooldown decrease effects. Yeah, Plarium learned their lesson about that. And putting an increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Wow, he will heal, he will support his team and decrease the cooldown of everyone. Okay, on his A3 ability books out to a 3 turn cooldown. Right, yeah. By the way, only 3 books. Good job, player. So, removes all debuffs on all allies, places a continuous heal and a strengthened buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%. I mean, what else do you want? So, I saw some information, guys, not too long ago, that you will be able, I'm not going to tell how, but you will be able to get all of the turtles plus April for free. Not for free, I mean, but in a guaranteed event. So make sure to be efficient as possible with your resources. So let's check his passive ability. Okay, we all know his passive ability, right? He joins the attack whenever another turtle is on the team and he ends the attacks. But let's see the active effect. It books out to a 4 turn cooldown. Whenever an enemy is about to receive a fatal hit, this champion prevents that ally's death and keeps them alive with 1 HP. So it's kinda like Freya's ability, maybe, I think. Then equalizes that ally HP. Okay, the HP level of that ally will be brought up to the average HP level of the team. So this is the Sinesia's ability. If there are multiple champions, yeah, we all know that. So this is, yeah, I think this is good, right? 4 turn cooldown, he will be fast, he will be a good support. I like it, yeah. Okay, next on the list, Raphael, guys. the brute force of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And where he is? He's a barbarian, right? Yeah, there he is, guys. Oh, great, great. I actually think barbarian is good for this guy because he was always the brute force in the team, right? At least in my eyes. Yeah, looking all angry and stuff. I do like it, yeah. Oh, and Barbarian attack force champion with a good speed. A1 attack one enemy 2 times, places a block revive debuff if the target is killed. Okay, each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter by 10%, so 20% chance, 20% turn meter increase for each hit. Nice. Okay. Attack all enemies will ignore shield and block damage buffs if attacking under a berserk debuff placed by this champion. If this champion is not under a berserk debuff placed by themselves, the damage inflicted against enemies under shield buff is increased by 50%. Each critical hit fills this champion's turn meter. So in the Hydra boss, 4 bosses, 40% increased turn meter. Good. In arena again 40%. Nice. Attack one enemy 3 times, each hit will ignore 20% of the target's defense. Places a perfect veil buff and an unkillable buff on these champions for 2 turns if the target is killed. If it's not killed, places a berserk debuff on this champion for 2 turns. As we know, the berserk debuff is increasing this champion's damage by 50%, but he will receive that damage too. Let's see the passive. Again, the ally attack places a berserk debuff on this champion for 1 turn when any champion dies. So any champion, it doesn't matter if it's on this team or the enemy team, has a 20% chance of granting an extra turn when attacking under a berserk debuff placed by this champion. So it really doesn't matter. Yeah, this ability doesn't matter because if he kills the champion, he will get that berserk ability, right? Berserk debuff because of the passive. Yeah, I like it. Let's see the other champion. The last champion actually. In Shadowkin Void Legendary, we give you Leonardo, the team leader, right? Again, amazing visuals. We got the foot soldier. Yep. Where is the rat? Where is Master Splinter, guys? Hey, by the way, I think I know where it is. Here it is, right? That's Master Splinter? No, that's not. Maybe this guy? No. Oh, I know. Enough silly talk, let's see his kit. So, attack one enemy 2 times when counter-attacking. Will repeat this attack against a random enemy. So, he's a defense champion, damage dealing defense champion on the Shadowkin. Will ignore 3% of the target's defense for each buff on this champion. Stacks up to a 15% chance. So, 5 buffs and it's on max ignore defense. Okay, 8-2 ability books out to a 3 turn cooldown. Places an increased defense buff on all allies and a 50% chance ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Also places an unkillable buff and a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Okay, so if he is a damage dealing champion, I'm kinda worried about the ally protection because we all know, or if you don't know, you will know soon enough. The ally protection buff is coded in such a way that when you have higher critical damage, you will receive higher damage from the ally protection. So it's good that he places an unkillable buff on himself. And by the way, on 2 turns. Oh, this is good. I like it. Let's see his A3. And he's a faction, not a faction, a TMNT Unity champion, right? Oh man, I love it. I just love it. Attacks all enemies. The damage inflicted by this skill increases by 5% for each buff on all allies and enemies. Oh, this is going to smack. And removes all buffs from all enemies if this attack kills an enemy. And this effect cannot be resisted, so no accuracy needed. Let's see the unity buffs. Will ignore 15% of each target's defense per turtle. Does not count this champion. So, is this going to mean that all turtles will receive the 45% target's defense reduction? Think it's that's going to to be the case. Yeah, 2 turtles increases the damage dealt by this skill in proportion of this champion's missing HP. So here how the synergy goes around with the A2 and the unkillable buff and the ally protection. He will receive the damage, then he smacks with this ability with, if he's on 1 HP, that's 99% more damage. It's a percent wise, right? If 3 turtles are on the team, activates this skill whenever an ally HP drops below 50%. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Occurs once per skill. Okay, so if the second enemy drops some of the allies, oh, with all the healing, oh man, this is going to be great. I can feel that. Yeah. Okay, let's see the passive ability. Oh no, Stone Skin. Oh no, this is going to be bad in arena. Bad, I mean in the good way. Places a Stone Skin buff on this champion for 1 turn. Oh man, no. You know what? Let's... Places a Stone Skin buff on this champion for 1 turn each time this champion HP drops below 50%. Occurs once per skill, so there is no cooldown. And again, the ally joining the attack. You know what? This is like Naive's skill, placing the block damage on all enemies when they drop below 50%. But you know what? I don't think it's going to be good placing this champion on protection set because he's a damage champion, but it's going to be a fun strategy, right? But you know, forget about that. But this is going to be an unkillable champion, right? What? Man, this is going to be amazing. I can feel that. So, we finished the turtles. Let's see Shredder. By the way, let's just take a look. The dungeons. Yeah, he is the boss right here. Let's see the abilities. Attack one enemy 3 times. The second and third hit of this skill will ignore 5 and 10% of the target's defense, respectively. The second and third hit of this skill will deal 10 and 20% more critical damage, respectively. Okay, so damage dealing. A2 attacks all enemies, books out to 75% for the leech. Okay, each critical hit destroys the target's defense, stacks up to a 30%. Each critical hit will also increases this champion's max HP by 5%, stacks up to and this is a HP based champion. Oh, he will smack, I can feel that. And he places a leech debuff on all enemies. This debuff cannot be resisted if this champion is under a veil debuff. So let's see, does his A3 ability have an extra turn mechanic? No. Okay, attacks all enemies before attacking, steals all buffs from a single target enemy. Yeah, again, this effect cannot be resisted if this champion is under a veil or perfect veil. Fill this champion's turn meter by 15% for each buff stolen. Okay. We'll ignore 15% of each enemy's defense as well as shield and block damage buff. So block damage, but not unkillable. Leonardo was unkillable, right? Yeah. So good for that. So he will not ignore Leonardo's ability, but everything else. If this champion is under a veil, we ignore 30% of each enemy's defense. Let's see his passive ability. Decreases all incoming damage by 30%. This damage is split equal amongst all allies except this champion. Wow. Can we get a team with Shredder and the Turtles? I mean, why not, right? Increases this champion's damage dealt by 15% for each dead ally. So selfish passive, right? Let's continue. Active effect. Whenever this champion loses 20% of their max HP in one attack, has a 100% chance to evade the next attack. When this champion's guaranteed evade activates, places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 2 turns. Has a 50% chance of placing True Fear on all enemies, and this debuff cannot be resisted. Okay, it's going to be interesting, boss, I think. For last, let's see April. In Sacred Order, I think? Yeah. How they think about putting her in Sacred Order? And why April, guys? Why not Splinter? So, pretty fast champion, 108, a support based magic affinity. Let's see her A1. What the hell? Okay, all the big CC abilities can... This is going to be ridiculous, guys. I can feel that. Attack one enemy has a 50% chance of placing all CC abilities, placing one or placing all of them at the same time, placing a stun freeze. I don't know the wording of these guys. I mean, if this 50-50, right? Not 50-50, 75% chance of placing procs, does that mean it's going to give us a CC ability from a pool of ability in one time, or she will place all of them? I mean, we will see. Then places a perfect veil buff on this champion for 2 turns. Okay. A2 ability books out to a 100% chance attack one enemy. Has a 100% chance of stealing all buffs from the target. Also has a 75% chance of stealing 100% of the target's current turn meter. Yeah. Okay. Then has a 100% chance of placing a nullify debuff and a seal debuff on the target. What were these abilities? So nullify champions under the nullify debuff cannot have their skills activated. Oh, this is a new, right? New debuff. So they cannot participate in ally attack, be granted an extra turn on an instant turn, have their skills cooldown decreased, have their shields value increased, have their destroyed. Okay, everything. Yeah. Let's check out the seal. Where it is, seal. So the seal debuff. Oh, the gear sets. Yeah. And passive ability has a 25, probably books out to 50% chance of activating this ability right here. Yeah. When they gain an extra turn on instant turn effect, if there are multiple champions on the team with this skill. Oh, you know what? This is going to be, oh no, against the mythical champions really bad because they get an extra turn. Oh, this is going to be really bad. Yeah. This is, oh man. It's a 50-50% chance, so it's not a 100% chance, but when the mythical is transformed, right, she will get on an enemy when they gain, yeah. So nullifying them, sealing them, oh yeah, stealing all debuffs and all the target's current turn meter, so she will attack, steal all the turn meter, most likely gaining the turn, right? And oh my god, increase accuracy and decreasing the target's turn meter and granting an extra turn. Okay, when an enemy has their skill activated, teams up. Okay, all of these things, right? Yep, decreases enemy's turn meter by 10%. Okay, whenever enemies remove, transfer or decreases the duration of any debuffs to 0%, decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 25%. What? So with her passive ability she will decrease the turn meter by 10%, and with the active ability, yep, she will decrease turn meter of all enemies by 25%, and it books out 2 turns. Nice. She will be in arena really annoying. I can feel that. And arena battles 28%. Yeah, for sure. Okay guys, one last thing to show you. The moment we all been waiting for. Oh, here it is. Wow, it's Donatello! Hey, yeah, Donnie is the fusion. Oh, dungeon diver. Okay, here are the events, guys. Today don't do events for sure. Oh, champion chase with, what is this? Oh, we got ice golem. The hell? You know what? This is for another video. Let me show you just one thing. Let's see right here. Manage, remove. No silver cost, guys. This is it. Re-gear all your champions. Put your best gear everywhere with no... Oh man, this is the moment we all been waiting for. Okay guys, Donnie, here we come. Mikey, come to us. Guys, this is amazing. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing. Have a nice day.